Welcome to VOM, the virtual open mic. That was Dave Benham, y'all. Welcome to VOM, the virtual open mic. We do this every Monday night, starting at 7 p.m. And we are your rogues gallery. Look at all of us here. How's everybody?
I'm the Reverse Flash.
Shouldn't you have said that backwards then?
Yeah,
see, there you go. Hey.
You're here. That's the extent of it.
So, I'm glad to see everybody's faces here. How you doing?
We're doing okay.
Right on. Well, okay is better than the alternative for sure.
Doing the alternative. Don't speak for me, Dave. It's bad out here.
All right. Well, for those of you who are wondering what exactly we're doing here, this is a virtual open mic, and you found us somehow, and we're going to play some music for you. My name is Rowan Corbett, and I'm going to start things off. So let's see here. I think I'm going to do something a little different. So my other life, when I am not a acoustic rock musician with Ilyami, I am an Irish musician with the band Tinsmith, and I've been playing with them for many years. Sorry, what was that, Jules?
Do you do the accent?
Not anymore.
No, you can't say anything these days.
Now, you know, when
Yeah,
we
cancel
started,
culture.
when I started playing in Tinsmith, it was at Renaissance festivals. That was my job for 3 years. I was traveling around the country doing Ren fairs. And so, yeah, I did the whole accent thing, and I wore a kilt and all that. So, but today, I'm just going to do one of the songs from that band. Not only did we do Irish music, we do Appalachian music. Music of, old-time music of the Appalachian Mountains. And this is a song that I learned from the playing of Bruce Molsky, who's an incredible player. But it's obviously older than the Americas, because it makes reference to swords and such. So, okay, this song is called "Bolts and Locks." Oh, hang on a second. What? Ah, here we go. That's what I wanted to do. Here, I'm going to do the acoustic version. The a cappella version. Last night I dreamed a sweet, sweet dream. All in my arms I had her. But when I woke, found nothing so. No man on earth was madder. I went on to her uncle's house, expecting there to find her. Her uncle said she is not here, which set my heart on fire. I turned around to go away. My love came to the window, saying, dear, I'd keep your company, but bolts and locks should enter. My passions flew, my sword I drew. I swore that room I'd enter, and by that means came sweet liberty, so soon as I did enter. Her uncle and another man immediately followed, saying, if you do not quit that room, all in your blood shall wallow. My passions flew, my sword I drew. I swore that room I'd enter, and by that means came sweet liberty, so soon as I did enter. I took my love by the right hand, my broadsword in the other, saying, oh, young men who love like me, take one and fight the other. My passions flew, my sword I drew. I swore that room I'd enter, and by that means came sweet liberty, so soon as I did enter.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Pretty cool.
So, yeah, basically I just wasn't prepared tonight. It was a long day. And I rushed in here to get everything ready, so I didn't have anything prepared. So,
Well done.
well, thank you.
Nice.
I'm wondering what I should do next. Okay, this is silly. I'm gonna stick with the acapella thing, just so I can give Jules some fodder to ridicule me later on. I used to do I used to do this song at Renaissance festivals, and it's called Patty's Song. It goes like this. Dear boss, I write these words to you to tell you of my plight. And at the time of writing I am not a pretty sight, for my body is all black and bruised, and my face a deadly grey. So I hope you'll understand why Paddy's not at work today. See, I was working on the castle tower, and some bricks I had to clear. But throwing 'em down from such a height was not a good idea, and my foreman being unpleasant, well, he being an awful sod, he said I'd have to take 'em down the ladder in me hod. Well, now carrying down them bricks by hand, it was so awfully slow. So I hoisted up a barrel and secured the rope below. But in my haste to do the job, I was too blind to see, well, that a barrel full of building bricks is heavier than me. So as I went down to cut the rope, well, the barrel fell like lead, and clinging tightly to the rope, I started up instead. I shot up like a comet, and to my surprise I found, well, that halfway up, I met the bloody barrel coming down. You see, the barrel struck me across the shoulders, as to the ground it sped, and when I reached the top, I hit the pulley with my head. I spun around all shocked and dazed from this almighty blow, while the barrel spilled out half its bricks 14 floors below. Now, when these bricks had spilled out from the barrel onto the floor, well, I then outweighed the barrel, so I started down once more. Still clinging tightly to the rope, I headed for the ground, and I fell upon the building bricks that were all scattered round, and they were pointy side up, too. Well, when I reached the bottom there, well, I thought I'd passed the worst, but the barrel hit the pulley, and its bloody bottom burst. A shower of bricks fell down on me, I hadn't got a hope. And as I was losing consciousness, I let go of the bloody rope. So the barrel now being heavier, well, it started down once more, and it struck across me smartly as I lie there on the floor. It broke 3 ribs and my left arm, so I can plainly say, I hope you'll understand why Paddy's not at work today.
That's awesome. Oh my god.
As I recall, it was Paddy's wife what sent the note. Yeah, I seem to recall it quite.
Are we doing accents? Hello, governor.
Hello.
I'm from China, I am.
That was
goodness.
wonderful.
Well, I guarantee you that what you're about to hear is going to be a lot less silly than what you just heard. So next up, we have Joe Boy, who is back after a long absence. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
Pretty good.
I kind
Or
of
at least
lucked
I
into
am,
this
so.
artistic thing here. I got an artistic thing with my. Oh, there we go.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Is it a lava lamp?
It is a lava lamp, yeah. And I kind of lucked into Jules's anonymous vibe, you know, the reverse flash or the blurred screen. See, if I let it focus here,
There you go. Oh,
I got
nice.
a cool thing going on. Anyway, yeah, hi, my name is Joe Boy. Some of you guys know that. For those of you that don't, I play some original music, but I'm not kind of feeling like myself tonight, so I'm going to play a couple covers for you. I hope the sound comes through. I lost my dongle for my microphone, so forgiveness, please. Moses, I have been removed. I have seen the specter, he has been here too. Distant cousin from down the line, friend of people who ain't my kind. Holy Moses, I have been removed. Holy Moses, I have been deceived. Now the wind has changed direction, and I have to leave. Won't you please excuse my frankness, but it's not my cup of tea. Holy Moses, I have been deceived. Going back to the border where my affairs ain't abused. I can't take any more bad water and poison from my head down to my shoes. Oh. Holy Moses, I have been removed. Now, Holy Moses, let us live in peace. Let us strive to find a way now, make our hatred cease. There's a man over there. What's his color? I don't care. He's my brother. Let us live in peace. He's my brother. I said, let us live in peace. He's my brother. I said, let us all live in peace. Hey, thank you very much.
Oh, nice.
I feel obligated to tell you guys that, don't know that one. That's a Elton John song. And I'm super excited to watch the live stream of the final US show this Sunday night. So I'm in a very
right.
Elton-y mood this week.
I forgot about that. That's right.
Yeah, it's happening Sunday night.
Yeah.
You guys on the East Coast it's gonna start around 11 o'clock or so. So strap in.
So are you meaning for us to just continue seeing your lava lamp? Or are you digging the anonymous vibe?
Yeah, I like that.
All right. Cool.
Thanks for checking in, though. I appreciate it.
No worries.
That's a sign of a good host. Thank you, Rowan.
No worries.
What number of VOM is this, actually? I wanna throw it out to you guys. You guys have been doing an awesome job, and
Thank you.
keeping it up for so long is just incredible. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Yeah, this is VOM 138.
Good Lord. Amazing. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm going to do an original. I'm going to pull an audible here. I'm going to do one of mine original. This is probably the one that was inspired most by Elton John tune. Took a few moves from it. This one's called All the Little Things. Yet to be recorded, probably on the next album. Everybody loves you. We're all coming to your funeral. Leave when we say it's true. Beauty is indisputable. All the little things people do, so hard to break the habit. All the little things people do. I could spend the day with you. Would it bring on stormy weather? So it goes through and through. It's funny how life gets sewn together. All the little things people do, so hard to break the habit. All the little things people do. Feeling dead, heading off to the county for bed. Sweet summer twist, I get the feeling that don't exist. Do we, do we, do we, do we, do we, do we, do we? I get the feeling that we can't resist. Everybody needs you. You don't need everybody. Just a couple, maybe a few. We're all coming to your party. Everybody loves you. We're all coming to your funeral. Leave when we say it's true. Your beauty is indisputable. All the little things people do. All the little things people do. Guys, thanks for listening. Thanks a lot.
Another hand for Joe Boy, y'all.
JoeBoySTL.bandcamp is where you can find my stuff.
Yep. And
Appreciate you.
Chris Eric is actually, he was out in the audience and now he's about to be in the room. He was cheering you on there, Joe Boy, from the exterior. But now I think he's probably just going to say hi from right here.
Chris is a perfect example of why this open mic is awesome, because Chris and I are friends and we've never even been within like 500 miles of each other. So,
Hey, Joe Boy.
what up, dude?
Hey, man. Good to see you.
Likewise.
The stripe looks great. Look at that. That is
Flat
amazing.
tonight. Little flat.
You know, I cried because I had gray hair until I met a man who had, just...
You got it down here, though, dude.
I do. I got extra down here. It's so good to see you, man. I got to listen offline. I was just taking care of some stuff with the family, but it's good to see you, man. Good to hear you too.
I believe you. Thank you. All right, love you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe Boy. Again, welcome back. All right. Moving right along. We're going to push Dave Benham back to the forefront. You heard him as we were beginning things, and now he's going to do a full set for you. Mr. Dave Benham, how be you?
I'm doing okay. Doing okay considering just got a root canal today. Unscheduled.
Oof. Yeah.
Thank God
Did they just spring them on you like that normally? Was this like a drive-by root canal or what happened?
For the last 10 days, I'd started with I thought a sinus infection, and it was making my teeth hurt. And I did Live at the Lair Wednesday, feeling even worse, and it just kept on getting worse and worse. And then this weekend, it really hit. I'd drink some coffee and then chew, and my God, everything would throb so bad.
Right. You shouldn't drink coffee. You have to chew, for one thing.
Well, I mean, I had breakfast, but whatever. Yeah.
No, I had that something like that one time. I got up and I just couldn't do it. Couldn't open my mouth any further.
No.
And I went to get it checked out, and it turned out my my jaw had become unhinged or whatnot. It just wasn't. Yeah, just like in my sleep, and everybody's like, "Did Joylene punch you?" It's like, no, she'd tell you if she punched you. And it just slowly started to open up, and then I very carefully, like the day it was okay, I very carefully had the greatest piece of pizza I've ever experienced in my entire life, because I hadn't been able to chew anything for like 3 days.
So you don't know what happened to it?
No idea. It just it just went off the rail. You know how like your back will go out or something. It just.
I mean, I had somebody's shoulder go through my jaw playing soccer, and
that doesn't seem like a good idea.
Nah, yeah, it took me about 3 days before I could close my jaw.
You guys are making me wince a lot.
Yeah, I'll tell you the worst.
Share, then.
The worst.
Oh yeah, Kate.
What's that?
Kate, yeah, Kate has some stories.
Kate, do you have
she
injury
does.
stories too?
Oh, she's got some doozies.
Yeah, I've had like a 9-hour and 10-minute oral surgery and a 7-hour one just in the last 2 years, plus a bunch of other hours. And I have a tattoo in my arm for it. And so, if anyone likes gore and suffering, I'll tell you. But
I don't think it's about liking gore. It's just kind of a shared like awful. Like, can you believe the awful? Like my worst one remains when I was 15 and I went over the handlebars of my bike head first onto the concrete and snapped my collarbone.
Oh my God.
I saw the picture. It was like this. Somehow no concussion but I could speak French after that.
Oh my goodness. All right, Dave.
Anyway.
Benham, you've got to stop this downward spiral of injuries. What do you got for us tonight?
I got a peaceful drone synth that I'm going to play some flute to it. So on the VCV Rec community, somebody asked if there was a way to emulate this new module from Chaos XAOS called Sophia Transcendent Analog Oscillator. And so I researched it and built a patch that emulates the features of that oscillator. And built a drone out of it with lots of modulation. It's kind of cool. And then I'm going to do a second piece that's going to use the same emulation, but with a sequence. So I'll just get going.
Sweet.
Thank you.
Very nice.
That was very
Yes.
tricky how you like faded the lights back up as the song was
Yeah, I
ending.
got that programmed in there. Yeah.
Oh wow,
That was
cool.
pretty nice.
I missed it. Damn it. I always miss all the good stuff.
Very cool.
Recorded. You can go back.
Never go back unless you're reverse flash.
Wait, and let.
Reverse flash, he
I'll
said.
get you, Barry. I'll get you. I'll kill your mom.
Give me
Oh,
a second.
Flashpoint.
Oh gosh.
Seriously.
Great comic series, though.
Oh, okay. I'm like,
There-
I
yeah.
don't get any of this.
I'm
but
sorry,
now
there's some
pretty much
nerdiness
comic
going on. There's
series,
some
and I'm
nerdiness.
like,
This
oh, I'm
is
sorry.
pretty
What
much
did you say, Rowan?
I said there's some nerdiness going on. It's okay. It's okay.
Oh no, I always enjoy it whether I know or not. But I was thinking that it was something I should know, and then I was like,
Nope.
no, I shouldn't.
There's no reason for you to have that
Okay.
information. That's pretty
I'm
much
gl-
just for me and
and I'm
Jules.
glad you enjoy it. Yeah, that's.
Hi, Jules. Miss you.
Okay, cool.
Proud of you. Sorry, Dave. So what were you doing for your second thing? I don't mean to blather all over everything, but here I am doing it anyway.
I've got the same emulator, but now I've got a sequence, but it's a random auto-generative sequence, and I don't know what it's going to do, so it's a little bit risky.
I
We'll
like
see
that the
what it-
video looks like you have yarn set up like you're solving the big case after you've been taken off of it.
Ah.
I may have started watching Bosch, so that could have something to do with it. It's quite good if you haven't, but please continue.
Hieronymus Bosch?
No,
Yeah.
no,
It's a mini series on the History Channel about the life and times of Hieronymus Bosch. Yeah.
While he solves murders and deals
It
with his
stars the
strange
stars
dog.
the same guy. It still stars that guy, whatever that guy.
That would be
He's
a
great
Titus
actor.
Welliver.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He's Lex Luthor now.
No,
Callback.
is he?
Yes.
On Titans?
Speaking of Lex Luthor, Dave Benham, what you got?
Yes! Here we go. All right, let's see what happens here. Not much. Oh, I know what. Nothing. Nothing happens at all because
Do you need us to talk about Lex Luthor some more?
I think they should do the thing where he becomes president in the movies. I think that would be really good.
Ooh, that,
I
that is a
forgot to
really
do
good
one
arc,
last
too.
thing.
Like an
Reroute.
outwardly open villainous person who is able to climb the ranks of politics and like that power, even though he's a criminal. Ever heard of it?
No?
No, never happens. All presidents should go to jail. All right.
I'll take my answer off the air, thank you.
Now I am ready.
Dave Benham.
Thank you.
Very cool.
You're gonna solve that case, man.
You'll find whoever killed your parents. Yeah.
Does that mean he's Batman?
Or Dick Grayson, or like any DC
Batman's
character,
brother.
pretty much. Yeah.
Oh man, I've gained enough. I've got a wetsuit from when I was taking the dock in and out at my parents' cottage at Canada that was just sold, and I look like Adam West, the old fat Adam West, when I put that wetsuit on.
I was just talking about that yesterday because I was saying how I was kind of like the bad guy because of a tilt. Do you guys remember that feature of that show?
Dude,
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I was
right.
watching the Batman 66 movie with my 10-year-old the other day, and every shot is like this.
Yeah. Oh my god, cool.
Yeah.
Wait,
Oh, well,
I'm so sorry.
yeah.
I got excited about that. What did you say about the wetsuit? Oh, you just saying you look like Adam West.
I look like the big overweight Adam West.
That's awesome.
Well, since we are on the subject of Batman, I just have to say we need to pour a little bit out for the actor.
Oh my God, the immortal Kevin Conroy.
Kevin Conroy,
the
none
best
better.
Yes,
Batman. Hands down.
Batman the Animated Series. Sadly, he
All the
passed
Arkham
away
games,
this
a
year
lot
at
of
age
the-
66 from cancer.
So great.
But he was like the definitive Batman for like 3 generations. So
Yeah.
Like such a subtle distinction between his Bruce Wayne voice and his Batman voice, but it's
still
very
so good.
noticeable and distinct.
Yeah.
And he didn't have to do like Christian Bale, where he's like, "Hold on, I'm out of breath."
And his version was
feels
version was more human than any live action.
It really
one.
was. And there was that one episode where
He got
Wonder
to do
Woman
it on- for
tricks
the-
him into singing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, in the
But
animated
is
series.
this like the Gotham City one from like the 90s? or is it
Exactly.
different?
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Oh,
one-
I always watch that. I know this nerd thing.
Yes, you do.
Batman.
That's like
That makes
the
you feel real
Batman.
special.
I'm a
Your
nerd,
guys and
I'm a
younger. You know,
Um,
my 10-year-old's like, "Who's your Batman?" I'm like, "Well, for me, it was kind of a mixture because it's Adam West, and then it's Michael Keaton, and then it's Kevin Conroy." But like for my wife, who's 4.5 years younger, she's like Kevin Conroy. You know,
Like and he did it up until last year.
Yeah.
Like he did like, you know, the Injustice straight to video movie came out last year and he did the voice for that. And you know.
yeah, he's
least
played
he got
Batman in
out.
a lot. He's done a couple of live action Batmans.
Yeah.
I think he only did the one. Did he
was
do more
in-
than the crossover?
He showed up as Bruce Wayne
Yeah.
in the Batwoman episode of the Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Right, and he had the full. He had the
like
full
the metal,
exoskeleton.
the Kingdom Come
Exactly, the
exoskeleton
Kingdom
suit.
Come exoskeleton.
And he was
Yeah.
an
Cool.
asshole. And he was like, "Oh my god, it was thrilling to see him." He
Yeah,
doesn't
it's
really
a
look
shame
like
they.
a classic Bruce
it's
Wayne.
a
but
shame they nerfed him out that fast, but
Yeah.
otherwise.
And then he died that episode. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
right.
Disintegrated. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, he gets electrocuted in about 30 seconds, but it's a really good 30 seconds.
Right.
Oh.
But then that entire universe disappears, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Anyway,
You
sorry
can
to see you
watch
go,
just
Kevin
the
Conroy.
crossovers on YouTube. They just have compilations of the crossovers, so you don't have to watch the shows.
Well, I think we're gonna switch gears to yet another dynamic duo. Let's bring up Dijon.
Yay!
How you guys doing?
That was awesome.
You've been practicing your transitions, Rowan. That was high quality.
Good.
So good, and we are so bad.
Welcome back, and we were sad to not have you last week.
Oh, I wanted to. I wanted to so bad.
Yeah, she was sick. Her voice wasn't working.
Yeah. Even now, COVID has left this frog in my throat.
So am I Robin or are you Robin? I'm not sure who's Batman. Okay, go ahead. We're the duo today.
Oh, I see.
Well,
Check
maybe
your
we're the
tights.
Do-overs. We should be the do-overs.
Do-overs, that's better.
The dynamic do-overs. Oh man.
Copyright
Dynamic
TM,
do-overs.
TM.
Yeah.
Oh, don't give him any material.
Write it down and mail it to yourself, but don't open the envelope.
So this is the contest Debbie did the prompt she wrote this song for.
Majesty of Trees.
Is that right?
And I wanted to do something majestic, but it didn't happen. So here we go. I hope I'm close enough now. Hush, hush, can you hear the oak? Tell the stories beneath its cloak. Leaves whisper soft and low. Quiet yourself, be still, let go. Branches beckon, stretch, extend, holding the rope heavy at the end, shading ones who formed a ring. Branches support the swing, the swing. Hush, hush, can you feel the blade as it carves the initials of a man and a maid? Letters circle with the heart, bound with an arrow never to part. Lovers quarrel, tempers flare, the carving knife flies through the air. Puddle blood, thick and black, regrets cannot bring her back. Hush, hush, can you see the scene? See the men through the leafy green. Shadows stretch across the slope. The man on the horse, the men with the rope. The man cries out, this cannot be. I love the girl, she must love me. The man, they frown, softly say, the girl denied you, sent you away. Hush, hush, can you hear the ghost rustling the branches, mourning his betrothed? Restless round the tree, restless round the hill. Too late, too late, let go, be still. Ooh, too late, ooh, I loved her so. No one else will have her now. Can't let go, can't be still. So.
Whoa.
Nice.
Very
Dark,
cool.
but nice.
Dark.
Wow,
You
dark
joined
stuff
me
in
out
there.
club.
Yeah.
I don't even understand half of those words.
I mean, to be fair, words are hard.
Yeah. Okay, and we'll just do a laid back version of Abilene.
Mm.
Abilene, Abilene, prettiest town I've ever seen. Women there don't treat you mean in Abilene, my Abilene.
I sit alone most every night, watch the trains pull out of sight. Don't I wish they were carrying me back to Abilene, my Abilene. Crowded city there, ain't nothing new, free, nothing in this town for me. Wish to the Lord that I could be back in Abilene, sweet Abilene. Abilene, Abilene, the prettiest town that I've ever seen. Women there don't treat you mean in Abilene, I have a I wish that train would come, take me back to where I come from. Take me where I want to be in Abilene, my Abilene. Rot gut whiskey numbs the brain. If I stay here, I'll go insane. Think I need a change of scene to Abilene, my Abilene.
Abilene, Abilene, prettiest town I've ever seen. We've been there, don't treat you mean, Abilene, my Abilene.
Outside my window, cold rain falls. I'm sitting here staring at the walls. If I was home, I'd be serene in Abilene, my Abilene. Sing along here last time.
Abilene,
Abilene, the prettiest town that I've ever seen. Women there don't treat you mean, Abilene, my Abilene.
That was wonderful.
Oh, thank you. And I bet you all played the right chords too.
I got mostly right.
Yeah, most.
Average it out, you did fine.
That was very
I got a B plus on that one.
Good to have you back, y'all.
Oh, it's good to be back.
Thank you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. All right. Let's see. I believe next up we've got Mr. Steve Patton. How you doing, Steve?
Well, I can't complain.
Sure you can.
I'm
Give
not
it
sure.
time.
I'm not sure I'm all the way here, so you get what you get. I'm like you. I'm sort of ill prepared. It was one of those days where it just kind of wasn't up to it. But here we go. First off, I'm going to revisit the song that I wrote for the last week's prompt for no other reason than it passed back and forth between my son and I, who changed the number of bars in the thing to make it scan to a tune I think that he had in his head. And I tried it, but I can't play it, so I'm doing it my way.
So I'm curious. Do you guys actually co-write a lot?
Ooh, question.
Not really. It's just that he recorded on his first album a couple of my songs from way back in when he was down in Texas, and I think he's done 3 of them since. So, and then, well,
how do you feel about his versions? Are you at liberty to?
No, I really
disclose?
like his version. The problem is I put extra beats into it because it has a rhythm that I can't quite do. Let's put it that way. But his version is really great. I'd share it with you if he gives me a video version. I'd put it up on Facebook. But
Good answer, and quick too. You were right in there. Like, I love them very much.
And loud. You can tell he was telling the truth by how loud and some might say defensive he got. Yeah, I love him. I love him. What?
He is my son, and I mean, and what can you say? He's also a damn good musician, and
it's pretty great that you have that multi-generational
and I think he
thing. I'm
has
deeply jealous.
The poetic license that I lack. I didn't finish, getting my education so that I could get the license. So you know what I'm saying? I got to go with the pro.
Wow.
Anyway, so
yeah, my 10-year-old has started coming up with his own songs. That is a lot of fun.
My grandson, who's 10, is just now learning to play guitar. John's teaching him, and he loved to sing when he was a kid, but he hasn't done a lot of it lately, and I'm kind of concerned because it's important,
It's self-conscious.
It's
like that's when I start. That's when I joined a band. It was like not around 10, but like between like 10 and like I'd say honestly like 20 is when you're like really hyper self-conscious and trying to figure out where you fit and who you are, and it's like, am I someone who sings? Will I get made fun of if I sing? To which I say, just fucking do it.
Yeah. Well,
say that to the 10-year-old. That'll help.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And also, please don't speak to 10-year-olds.
I had a lot of discouragement, so I didn't sing. I avoided it until I was like 14.
Because kids are cruel. If you try to do something new,
well, it wasn't other
it.
It wasn't other kids. It was
oh shit.
just, I don't know. I got told I sounded like a cow.
Well, if you would stop mooing during your songs, you'd have that problem.
Well, the funny thing is, as a kid, I used to imitate animals. So it was like,
good. Then I nailed it.
Point.
do voices and stuff, you know. Anyway,
So what were you going to play for us tonight, Steve?
I'm gonna redo this song after I edited it down to the 8 bars in a pair, 16. Let's see, what is it? T4? Yeah, it's actually a total of 8 bars to the verse. When I wrote it, it had 12 originally. Let me ride the rails of steel across the wide high plain, beyond the last plowed field and the amber waves of grain. Colorado River, carry me on your tide through your mighty canyon grand. Take me from Rocky mountainside with majestic cedar stand. Let me ride way up high above the ponderosa pine. Shoot an arrow up to the sky across the great divide. Colorado River, carry me on your tide through your mighty canyon grand. Take me from Rocky mountainside with majestic cedar stand. Let me follow the deer and buffalo as free as a hawk and dove, through the valleys and gravel shoals, all across this land I love. Colorado River, carry me on your tide through your mighty canyon grand. Take me from Rocky mountainside with majestic cedar stand. Colorado River, carry me on your tide. And anyway, that's
Very pretty.
it works. It's not the original tune, but it's John's tune as close as I can get to it. So anyway, and the other thing I'm going to do is going to involve changing guitars here. Although I was going to play Dylan and go ahead and do it electric, you know, because Dylan's my hero. I started with folk music, and when Dylan picked up the electric guitar, which is all I had at the time, he was my hero. Oh yeah. Her hair was long and flaxen red and curled about her head. Her eyes were bright and emerald green, her body lithe and lean. The fairest maiden in all the land, and the name was Sarah Ann. But she had reached her 19th year as wild as England deer. So her father put the word around to settle Sarah down. 1,000 head and land he'd give to he with whom she'd live. Yeah, cowboy lives a lonely life and seldom takes a wife, but he who catches Sarah Ann will win her father's land. 1,000 head of beef and ground will turn his head around, but but it is not in Sarah's plan to marry any man. Our father on the rodeo where Sarah liked to go. She learned to ride and rope a steer, the bull she did not fear. She wore blue jeans and denim shirts and would not dress in skirts. But Billy was a barrel clown who rode that circuit round. Fair Sarah donned the gingham skirt and with him she did flirt. Although to her he was not wed, he took her to his bed. Yeah, Billy lived a lonely life, he did not have a wife. But he who married Sarah Ann might win her father's land. But 1,000 head of beef and ground won't turn his head around, 'cause it is not in Billy's plan to marry Sarah Ann. Our father cursed and swore in rage, he'd lock her in a cage. He'd shoot young Bill for what he had done and went to get his gun. But Sarah took that 44 instead and shot her father dead. Young Billy said of her offense that it was in self-defense. He had no need to save her, though the judge had let her go. Left out a line. Well, the judge had lived a lonely life, he did not have a wife. But he who marries Sarah Ann will win her father's land. 1,000 head of beef and ground had turned the judge around, but it is not in Sarah's plan to marry that old man. She took that 44 and drove him from the door. She said that judge could go to hell if she was out to sell. The sheriff came and locked her up, he said she was corrupt. The judge is innocent, though he had to let her go. A second trial that cannot be, it's double jeopardy. So Billy is alone no more for Sarah's 44. Yeah, a cowboy lives a lonely life and seldom takes a wife. But he who's caught by Sarah Ann will stay on Sarah's land. That 44 she keeps around will hold him to the ground. So Billy has no other plan but to marry Sarah Ann. Don't mess around with them western gals with guns.
No kidding.
Never would.
Nicely done, Mr. Patton.
Wouldn't think of it.
Eh,
Always good to see and hear you. I hope your boy makes it back sometime soon.
Yeah, he's been really busy lately, so.
I see posts. I see very wordy posts of him doing things. It's like, well, that must take a lot of time to type that. I can see him being busy.
I check that out. On his website or something?
Yeah, well, he has a lot going on.
It's on the book face that I see.
Oh, I missed
But he writes longish things.
Plus, he actually does have a job. I mean,
does he?
Oh, he does. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I really don't know much.
I don't know.
The other thing is a sideline with him.
Oh, I thought the
no,
amount of study and writing he does about it. I thought it was like
he's a
his thing.
software engineer in the show.
Oh,
That makes sense too. Yeah, that makes sense.
I love that he writes so much. He shares so much about his whole writing and his songs and stuff.
It was so funny to see his thing. It's like, I was inspired by this piece of work and this, and I look at it, it's like, I was sad. Here's 7 songs.
Both work great.
It's whatever works for you, right? Well,
Give us a variety. Yeah.
Mr. Patton, thank you as ever for playing for us. Mr. Corbett, unless you had any announcements or any old news you had to get through, I think we can move right along to our next person. Does that sound right?
I think that works well. Yes.
Great. Now I get to introduce somebody who's, of course, I love all our VOMers except for Lacey. She'll be here. It's funnier when she's here. But a special favorite is this next guy, and I've really become a fan of him through this. So sometimes good things happen because of the internet. Next up is Mr. Ron Smith. How are you, sir?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Oh, a little better for being here. A little, worse for wear.
Yeah,
This,
I
that,
hear
and the
you.
other.
I think everybody's having a rough day today.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get the wind back in the lungs. Stupidly, I have a show booked Friday, and I have to play music in front of people like an idiot. But I understand some people enjoy that sort of thing, so what can you do? But I'm not here to talk about me. I'm here to talk about you.
whatever burns up the time, right?
You need a clock eater is what you need.
Yeah.
So anything on your mind before you went for your first song? I don't want to cut you out or cut you back or cut anything.
I want to preface this song, even though sometimes I hesitate to do that, because if you give too much of an explanation for a song, then it kind of spoils the song. But this is Thanksgiving is coming up next week, and so I wanted to get this song in, even though this is a Christmas song. This references Thanksgiving in a not too oblique fashion when it talks about a hefty bird. So when I'm talking about that, I'm not talking about a Christmas turkey. I'm talking about the Thanksgiving turkey, and I hope you'll see the connection. This is called, what is this called? Christmas Jeer, Jeer, Christmas Jeer. Chop down a pretty tree, stick it in some water, watch it desperately try to stay alive. Festoon it with ornaments and half a mile of lights. Merry Christmas and all that jive. The stink of obligation fills the air and how it lingers. There's cards to write, gifts I'm gonna have to wrap. Spend money I don't have on the calculus of giving. Merry Christmas and all that crap. Yes, I'm already tired of Christmas. The pain is overwhelming in my rear. Gonna get me a toke of medicinal smoke and decorate my inside this year. By the way, they just voted to legalize recreational marijuana in Missouri, so I can sing that without repercussion.
Maryland, too.
Same here in Maryland.
Yeah, fair game. Here we go. Kill a hefty bird, pretend it don't look creepy, and then cook it, even if it takes all day. Cut it into pieces I can eat till I get sleepy. Maybe I can just sleep Christmas away. Yes, I'm already tired of Christmas. The pain is overwhelming in my rear. Gonna get a stoke of medicinal smoke. I'm decorating inside this year. I'm gonna decorate my inside this year.
Oh, God damn it, Ron. That was so great.
Oh, man.
I almost hurt myself laughing. I was holding on. Oh,
I didn't.
oh.
Ron, that made my night tonight.
That made it worth turning my
Made
computer
my day.
on.
Oh,
I was
man.
so
That might be my favorite Christmas carol.
That's certainly mine.
I was so happy when I saw your. I was like, I don't know if I'm up to going on. It's like Ron's on. Well, I got to go log on now so I can hear Ron. Wow. I had a Christmas song I wrote like 20 years ago, and I don't remember the tune or most of the words. All I have is, here's my stupid Christmas song. It's not very good, but at least it's too long. That's all I remember from it. but so how do you
do it?
Yeah, there's something. So how do you follow that, Ron? What are you
Well,
going to play
yeah,
a
what a
Groundhog Day
segue,
song?
huh?
Or?
This is, I'm shifting gears for sure here. Last week or a week before last, my wife and I celebrated our 48th wedding anniversary. And so this is a song I wrote about love. I've played it, I think, once before here, but just some observations about the whole transaction of being together with somebody else. And how does it go? Now love is like a puzzle. It starts with a picture. It's a picture of a pair of beating hearts. They're beating as one because they beat for each other. They beat as though they've never been apart. When we try to grab it, the picture disappears. It shatters into pieces on the ground. Now some land right side up, the rest are upside down. Just have to take 'em like they're found. So you look for the corners, look for the edges. You put the frame together at the start. Once you have the boundaries, you work toward the middle. Middle is the hardest part. The middle is the hardest part. Now you run into pieces that just don't seem to fit, but you know that they belong in there somehow. You don't have a choice but just to set that stuff aside and concentrate on where you're working now. As you look for the corners, look for the edges, and put that frame together at the start. Once you have the boundaries, you work toward the middle. Middle is the hardest part. Yeah, the middle is the hardest part. Now the joy in the puzzle is from working side by side, 'cause every day it gets a little clearer. And as you work it through, well, it starts to look like you, 'cause the puzzle turns into a mirror. Puzzle turns into a mirror. Yeah, look for the corners, look for the edges, put that frame together at the start. Once you have the boundaries, you work toward the middle. Middle is the hardest part. The middle is the hardest part. The middle is the hardest.
Resolve!
That folksy
like
enough
Roger
for you?
Rabbit over here.
Very nice. Very
If-
nice.
If Jules was here, I'd tell him my proposed Mr. Show sketch about Resolve, but I'll tell him another time. Ron, it's always so good to hear you. I'm blathering now
Amen.
because I'm just so damned tired, but really, it's just always a joy to hear you.
Oh, thanks, Chris.
I want to be like you if I grow up.
Yeah, me too.
You want to be like you if you grow up.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. You want to be like
No
you.
danger of you ever growing up.
Yeah.
The growing up thing as the challenge.
Yeah, well, you don't have to. That's the good part.
Never too late to have a happy childhood.
I like that. I like that. Well, y'all, this is VOM, the virtual open mic. We do this every Monday evening starting at 7 p.m. My name is Rowan Corbett. Down over there, we got Mr. Chris Eric. He is our co-host for the evening and a lovely gentleman in general. And we're here for you. That's what we do. We'd like, we're keeping this thing going. It started out just out of desperation. It's like, oh, there's a pandemic. What are we gonna do? And then we found
Drink a lot.
Drink a
really
lot, and then also
in a closet.
Find a way to be with people. And
yes,
drinking vom.
Yeah, there are far too many. That you could see the progression of, hey, maybe Chris needs to slow it down a little bit from those first ones before Rob gave me a job. He's like, I'm either gonna have to stage an intervention or give him a job here, and I guess it was easier.
Surprise! We took a while to let you know, but we really needed you to be surprised.
And I am.
We each wrote a note.
I gotta see.
I'll go
Can
first.
I see Lacey's first? Now, how is that?
We're gonna have to get a yes out of you before we go to Lacey's remarks.
Absolutely,
on you.
yeah. I think I if that isn't as good of an introduction for Kate herself, I don't know what is.
I know, right?
But I do believe I do believe that means it is time for Ms. Pen Bleeds herself, Kate Buckle. How are you? It's good to see you.
You too. You too. I feel like I haven't seen you in so long.
I haven't been around. I've had kid stuff. My 10-year-old. Turns out diabetes isn't good for you. So.
Oh, I have type 1 diabetes.
When were you diagnosed?
I had so many different things going on, so it's hard to say how long I was, but I was 24. I had just turned 25 when I had, type 1, but it just, my pancreas is like, we're done making that.
Yeah.
So
yeah, your pancreas just pieces out. That's what happened. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And is he, is that the one that the son we've met?
Well, the more vociferous and outgoing of the two, yes, the 10-year-old.
Okay. Is he having a really hard time with like all the adjustments or what's?
Yeah, and nobody likes the shots. We don't enjoy giving them, and he doesn't like receiving them. We're working on the pump. We could talk about this stuff
later. The pump is good stuff. I had it for a long time, so we can talk about it in less everyone's time. But yeah,
I will say in closing just about that. Children's Hospital in Pittsburgh is astounding. Everybody recommended we go there for treatment, and it was a dream. You don't very often go to a place where everyone who's there is obviously where they're meant to be, and they know it.
Oh, wow!
It was heartening, to say the very least.
Oh,
so
that is good.
So as bad as things are,
yeah.
It's pretty great with that. Like knowing that there are people who do that, it does give you hope.
Yeah.
But once again, this is not my spot. This is your spot.
And it's Children's Hospital. That's my first job ever. I was a little 3-year-old model for a Children's Hospital poster that was in all the regular hospital.
Do you still have the poster?
Yes, I do.
Picture didn't
Do you
happen.
have it nearby?
I will make sure it's handy. I'll have
you
it by next week.
You got to make it happen. It should be behind you.
Yeah, it should be one of those little critters back there.
Exactly. This one was me. No. And speaking of jobs, my first job, this salon that I've actually been at for 5 years, I thought that was like, I was like, I've only been here 5 years because I was sure I'd be there forever, never leave the area because I love it so much in Tacoma Park, Scissor and Comb. And actually, I've had a lot of issues with very weird things happening that affect me, like financially and my reputation, but I'll catch it and things will not make sense. And actually on Tuesday, I was abruptly fired after never being told to alter a word or an action or anything. And I was like super painfully bewildered, just like, this is my soulmate place. And I've known the owner for over 20 years and all these other things. It was just like, they can't think the things that they're saying, which was that I don't like being there, and so I should be somewhere else, and that I think they're ruining my career. But I'm booked for months in advance, so I did not worry about my career. But anyways, while I was in this fog of this horrendous grief and thinking how could 3 people be so off about me, and then things started to come to me that oh, okay, it's way uglier than that. They do know me, but that is a problem. I'm pretty, it's kind of little my neurodesign. I'll just be pointing out inconsistencies, and that can be not positive if there's a lot going on. So I ended up having a dream. I don't dream about snakes, and I used to have snakes, but for whatever reason, they're not my dreams a lot. But I had a very vivid dream about these 3 snakes coming out of a thing at an outdoor picnicky looking area, and it was a king cobra, a copperhead, and a viper. And then after all these things sort of came to light about what was really going on, I was just like, oh my God, it really played out so much about what was going on and was showing me a lot. And so this Medusa Scissor and Comb is the name of the salon. So Medusa Scissor and Comb, because it's a hairdo of snakes. And that's what is at the top of the business in my experience, not to be all TMI and all of that about personal things, but I'm just so blown away and heartbroken. And my best medicine and only revenge is none, and it's poetry. And so kind of getting it out, and I'm sorry, I know I'm really oversharing, but that's sort of it's hard to act normal, and it really is such a comfort to be with you guys. But it's pretty incredible looking back at all the things that I saw that that doesn't make sense with the character. And it's wow, I was so wrong. So I'm learning a lot. I know that I'll be okay, but pretty bad timing with those earlier mentioned surgeries and so many other things about life and my dear client. So this is Medusa's Scissor and Comb. Do I still have time left?
You
sorry,
do.
You
You
guys.
do.
I'm sorry.
And
you guys, how much do I owe you?
Yes, you do. We're glad to hear about your problems. No problem.
Thank you. I'm really. I
thought it was a poem. I was listening. And,
I understand this is the sort of thing that actual people with empathy and such do for other people. So I'm going to nod because I'm bad.
You're doing great. You're doing great because I know I'm going to call your cell phone when this is over because I can tell by that nod, he's the one that wants to hear it all. He's the one with the shoulders. No, I'm kidding.
I'm messaging you my number now.
Well,
Hey.
I want to go on record saying this, Kate. You are a really important part of our community, and I'm glad
No
you're
doubt.
here, and I'm glad you feel comfortable sharing, those details about your life, because you're important to us. So.
Thank you so much. I mean, same. Oh, don't make me cry, Rowan. You're so. Ugh.
And now do rappy things.
Okay, rappy things. So this is called Medusa's Scissor and Comb. Medusa's scissor and comb, out to gutter, gaslit and stoned, walled to emotional concussion, bullied by the split tongues you used to kiss your mothers. He's Medusa, not King Cobra, trying to turn his viper to stone so she can't go. But her cold shoulders and nose poke me froze, 'cause the unopened case was closed. All that emerged was scaly back and lashes, professional sleaze, and fired by an ego disease, not reason. Yelled to me to stop dancing while shooting bullets at my feet. Then please, just let me leave. Your attack is chopped liver, multi-faced backstabber. Shoulda got a better habit. Smash and grabber came to swing batter. Oh viper, the irony. Are you scathed on green blades? You're passing fastly as you can while being suckled on nastily. Scissor and comb, I mean razors, multifaceted with every facet backwards. It's just like the king cobra with the whale tail. Just which side impresses each, the big tough guy or the depth and graceful strength? News blast to Slytherins, you're neither just a scale or a flake, a leech not a leader. Death is by stealth of your poison before I can get a word of real in. Venom dripping from your fake smile, letting fangs be hit by light, 'cause 3-on-1 I can't survive the bite in your minds. Serpents entwine due to disloyalties between them and behind, discrepancies bursting through seams. Get rid of the flashlight and you'll be fine. And that was me. I took the last stable Jenga brick from your walls of falsehood, 'cause the turn was mine and now it's only a matter of time. Forced me into health crisis, stripped of livelihood, 'cause that's the cost that clear sight is. I speak up without harmful purpose, but was destructed in spite of this. How hurtful. Trust me, I'm not the only one who sees. I just love too much resolving stuff and constructive logic and reality. No matter how ugly for me, it's a must thing. I held a mirror to you and you blame me for your own reflection, like I made it offensive. And you break the glass, but that may cause dissection. Make me the past in your wicked plans if you could get through the digestion. Meanwhile, I'll transcend my ineptitudes for survival and connection. And thank you for shrinking me enough to grow, or in your description, explode. You must know that people truly know me. Nice try, though. I'll refrain from listing all the unethical and illegal things, but I kept a journal of them, trying to work out why these things would be done by friends. But you weren't, so the mystery finally ends. And again, thank you. I speak up, so I was shut down by a mind so small enough to wear a useless wedding ring as crown. Oh, King Cobra, you need a neck that wide to hold up so many faces. But on a spineless rest, you must be breaking. Are you? Do you got this? Like you said about handling 4 managers that you were told their lacks are a Kate thing, till there's no trace of me. Well, they're glistening trails of truth from me like a little unassuming slug. Don't go blind viewing it shine, or get yourself stuck trying to clean the trail of truth up. Medusa, scissor and comb and mop. There's a lot beneath the surface, so best not to sweep or crop. Let less in through your squinting and you still could win. Not in heart but in business, not standing in truth but lying in fiction, not being astute but good schmoozing, not being truly woke but posting woke signs that you hit the snooze on every opportunity to prove it. malicious interests getting their smooth and swole on. Meanwhile, your bite marks are coming off with this skin I'm urgently shedding. You're long in the tooth with masks of tatting and the empty tit on which you're latching. That'll practice, but listen, karma's not a bitch, so don't say that when she comes in. She's an honest friend, something you never were and for sure won't gain again. Just let her in. It'll be rebalancing. If you don't jump in your vans and move, you're burning rubber with me, 'cause you're glue. You're wearing gloves to raise your hand to the group. All that color on you doesn't lessen your proverbial white man mind and trying to switch sides of pride, 'cause it's a lucrative stride. And I kind of sensed that but couldn't grasp how or why, till you fired another sitting duck, an incredible barber for her buzz killing of Rachel ignorance you let slide. But Tuesday you meant for me to ask questions but only yelled, how dare I ask them? Like, why are we even here then, if not to explain detrimental actions? But then it sunk in, the bastard trapped me, linking arms with a copper-headed grin. I didn't know my fate was sealed before the meeting began. Why plump those thin lips just to hold everything in? I thought Medusa, scissor, and comb was my soul-mated forever home. Thank you for making its true snake face known. And I didn't know what I didn't have until it was gone, so there's nothing to long. Snake Charmer struck me with the staff in the palm of his hand, coiled around his little finger. Remember, the richest are the poorest bitches. Cast me out quick before they see how preposterous the explanation is. What was it Nixon said way back? I've already made up my mind, so don't confuse me with the facts. Yep, it was that. No calls for action, so silence is the path with traction. Free speech was long retracted. But next week you maybe will have a free speech sign on your shaded house of glasses. Methinks thou doth protest too much to not collapse soon. You're an ethical disaster. TMI or what?
Now, I feel like this might have been related to your own experience in some way.
All
It's
over.
conceivable.
Any comment? Any comment?
No, you're just right, is my comment.
I find that we keep walking up to the edge and get ready to fall off the cliff, and then somehow we just manage to pull back and save ourselves as humanity. So much seems to be resolving lately.
Wow, that is not a story about what I was talking about. But it's a hopeful little bit to... You know what? This is so
that
weird
was the
because...
beginning of walking off the cliff. See? That was
No,
the beginning.
you know, it's so weird. It's like I say every day at my job, like, I am so lucky. And like, I'll get emotional every once in a while because I'll just be like, some people never have this experience for one day of being so happy and feeling like everything's perfect, which I've now realized, like, that was my attitude and that was my people that I will still have, like, if I find a space to be. But yeah, no, the cliff, I thought I was just kind of like, I cannot go on, but realizing, like I said in here, you know, you don't know what you didn't have until it's gone, and I kind of
Also
feel like
don't
that.
know
So I'm like, not the
where
cliff.
you're going to go if you don't let go. That's the other problem. See, if you're hanging onto something that's toxic, and then you come out of it missing out on what you should have done. So everything happens for a reason.
Oh no, I'm a big believer in that. I'm kind of also a believer in, like, if someone just had like something terrible happen and someone's like, it'll be okay. It's like, oh, thank you for fortune telling the future. And what about right now? No, I'm just kidding. No, but I actually feel positive without any reason to, as far as circumstances and practical things. So, you know, I'm totally with you in actually really getting this out as more sharp and equally honest as all of mine are. But obviously it's really, I wasn't given the opportunity to talk, even though offering, like, I'll pay for a therapist, you can choose them, let's talk about this. You're so confused, like, what is going on? And now realizing the reality, backtracking, being like, let me just spell this out so I can leave that and not carry any kind of toxic burden with me. And so I left it with you. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm teasing. No, but honestly, that really everything before saying leaving with you, I stand by. I threw the book and there's more songs in there. Okay.
So the question is, how do you follow that? Is this going to be your Thanksgiving song? There's a callback to Ron doing a song about
No, I know. Oh, I know. You know, one thing that's annoying about me, I love to laugh and smile and have a good time, but, like, I can't not process a question very seriously, so I'm, like, really kind of annoying in that sense. So I was like, no, let me really think about that. But I've taken almost 25 minutes with one song, so I don't know. As horrible as this is, but last week I was really like in bad shape for, whatever, and not that present. And I was so excited because I was doing my song about what's my little baby called? Oh, the salamander, the water dog. I almost feel like doing it again. I love little Sally Boy. Can I? What do you guys think?
Yes, please. It was
Did you get
awesome.
enough Sally Boy last time? Okay, cool.
It was awesome.
Or I could do Rachel Carson, which is also like talking about whatever. I'm gonna do Sally Boy because he's a positive, sweet little thing, and he don't never want to grow up. Someone was talking about that earlier, and that's him. So, okay, I'm so sorry. And it's okay if I do this, even though I just talked a ton?
Absolutely.
Okay, awesome.
You should know before you go that both Bethany Wolf and Eric James Danowski, independent of each other, said, "Go Kate."
Oh, thank you. Oh.
Now, Eric only had one exclamation point, and Bethany had two. I mean, you make your choices.
So I see who
there.
loves me more, but I kind of thought she might love me more.
Well, to be
we
fair,
go really way back, and now at
Yeah.
this point, Eric James Danowski and we all go way back as
Yeah,
well.
I mean,
he's here every
EJ is like loving on everybody, so you can't expect too much. The man's got to, he's got
got big heart.
He's got to spread a little love, and then he keeps moving on.
Oh,
That's
I look
Partridge
way
Family
into it. If
reference
he
for
doesn't
the
give me any clap
people my age.
or anything, I'm like, that's gonna mean something. No, I'm kidding. I don't know.
Incorrect. So, what was your second one?
I already said. Did I close this other round
you
of
may have said a
chats?
few things, Kate. I get lost easily. So, what was you want to go ahead and do your second, and I'll stop talking? It's a win-win.
Hey, come here. I want you to meet someone. He's a bit waterlogged, mottled, spotted, sluggish water, doggy muzzled by his lack of upper jaw. See a muddled look of puzzle or boredom, or so subtly mottled as he can't even yawn. He lay burrowed in concealment under his rock awning, a bump on a log barely loping along, and he's owning it, gobbling meals as they happen to pass his quick tongue. Son of a gun, seemingly in meditation, then suddenly you're gone. Charming old overgrown larva, flaccid baby arms can't hold a lover till here comes his princess, and they link single digits like a pinky swear to a partnered pair in health and in sickness. See, they're supposed to have at least one toe to a couple, together doubled. Say now, I see she shall explore, looking into his hunky larval flourish to see how he adores her. She is watching his massive red blood cells bounce and dash around in this blushing, crushing stud. A connection is buzzing now. Separation can't be bared, with fragile hearts broken like paper tears. A body with a physique of apparent betrayal, primed for appeal, but that's in our view of fitness and the way our resilience appears. And survival's not like beauty to be measured by the seer, only skin deep of this treasure is somewhat clear. How did he begin? A whole century young and still in his placenta film skin, slimy and thin, distorted organs and a body a bit unfortunate. No longer is the will or ability to be a landlubber, willingly weakling, widow extremities, can't handle much with absence of some fingies. Too strenuous is metamorphosis and can't hold a candle to his still impatient hovering. If it's not a must to develop it, water dog don't bother with. Barely any toes, if he goes for rear legs at all. Honestly, between you and me, bones of the feet and skull are soft spots for this fellow. He's not a baby about it, he's just literally embryonic. Peter Pan, and he can't help it. Forever, babe will never be a Toys R Us kid, or at least I doubt it. 'Cause the only thing in his will is to live. He has different limits instilled for what gives. He may not need the heart we feel so valuable, the brain we think reigns so powerful. His tongue must be quicker and keener than a sharp mind or a bullet so inferior. He's both simple and complex. A lot is going on inside of our friend, so let us dig in. Cells so swollen, he's packing a bigger genome than any four-legger known, though the marbled lungfish has the absolute largest, but our bud is on its tail, trailing right behind. Speaking of lungs, mud pups and water dogs function without, and instead breathe through his smooth dermis. This embryonic plethodonted, he could use a prosthodontist, and within him is parasitic DNA gone haywire in the body of this fuddy-duddy, sluggardly little buddy with a serious look upon his face like, what's so funny, honey? And in his simple brain that can regenerate was their atomic fancification to create anatomic so fascinating yet grotesquely basic. Is that degrading? Maybe. Not known for his brains, brawn, or looks, but his species found a loophole that escapes all of us, and just like the majorly inflated genome, when the man himself manages to have a total lack of ego, and ballooning of the chromosomes, bloated belly full of confetti transposons, and scientists were avoiding reading its DNA cause its sequence end makes math pi a sprinkle or a sprint. Like the hellbender, this fine salamander carries the parasitic torch of his ancestors from 200 million years ago. And often over time, one usually finds they've been pruning away at any threatening mutation which proliferates, and they're slow to dispose of those transposons don't accumulate. And they have the lowest of the low metabolic rate and the lowest need for oxygen of any vertebrate. These special guys' cells aren't specialized so well. Optic nerves with rumsprung neural fibers gone wild. The gray matter without single files for visual messages arrival. What does his tectum provide? While inside a wild ride of neurons chaotic, but with his misses by his slippery side, all feel symbiotic and fine. Ventricles held in walls like wet toilet tissue shells. Can't hold in feelings, see through it shows and tells. Seen as a hollow place, but maybe where his spirit dwells. Welling up with introns so rich, land is of no interest, and he can love and feed, so his perch he shall not leave in earnest. And having no instinct for conquest, rather stay and sever and regrow, though awfully slow with that big OG gnome. And he requires less formation of muscle or bone, cause he's got his lady and his pantry and his modest little home. He doesn't need his heart to love or brains to have a mind of his own. He doesn't need lungs to breathe or working hands to have and to hold. For this darling's perplexing existence alone, he is worth his genome in gold. Again, I finished earlier than I thought. Okay.
You finished right where you needed to. It sounded really good.
Oh, I love that little guy.
Glad I got to hear it. Rob was telling me about that one. I'm glad I got to hear it.
Very educational poem, if I ever heard one. I mean, a lot to think about in that.
That's what I'm into now, educational ones, except that I had this little, curveball, so I'm glad I ended on a cute little Sally boy. Thank you guys for letting me waste a lot of time in there.
No, you're good.
You made use of time. We need clock
right.
eaters.
Kate Buckhold, y'all.
Yes.
Woo-hoo. Another hand. Thank you, Kate. All right. Well, it is my pleasure, my greatest esteemed pleasure, to introduce to you our next act, our co-host, Mr. Chris Eric.
Hi. That's me.
Hi.
Hi.
How's it going?
How's it going?
Good.
It's still me.
Yeah.
Hi. I have a show Friday, so I had to get this out and play it some more.
Oh, the acoustic.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Are you going to make it?
Make what? It's already made. It's built. I bought it. It wasn't a kit. I don't make things. Am I going to make the show? Yeah. Yeah. Am I going to be happy about it? I played a show with my buddy Tony, and afterwards I'm just sitting on the side of it, just slumped over. He's like, "You okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I just hate playing music." It's a problem. It's like, I used to say I don't enjoy it. It's like, no, you hate music. I'm like, yeah, I kind of do. The only thing worse than playing music is not playing it. So, So, I wrote this. I guess it's a couple of weeks ago in the in the dark times when I wasn't doing anything. I got that written. So, does that sound like a guitar? Oh, you went away. You got very quiet.
Sorry, yes. It does sound like a guitar, and it sounds very nice.
Oh,
Sounds
good. Well, that's good. Okay. Let's see how this goes. Well, you caught me, not sure what it means. Never looked it up. Too embarrassed to ask. Now that you mention it, I was never there. It's just that I know there's only so much time. I know what I did. I can't hide it anymore. question. It's the sort of thing I hear happen sometimes when you realize this is all you get. It's just that I know there's only so much time. I know what I did. I can't hide it anymore. You might think I need help, but I'd say I'm fucking up just fine. It's alright if you stare for a bit, then go. Please go. Well, it's over now, at least as far as this. No one would blame you for up and moving on. There's no point in going down with the ship. It's just that I know there's only so much time. I know what I did. I can't hide it anymore.
Cool song.
Thank you. Kate, what am I playing second?
Oh my god, would you play Poison? Yeah?
Poison?
Yeah?
Sure. If Rowan, do you mind vamping long enough for me to find the words?
Not at all. As a matter of fact, I wanted to circle back.
Oh, sure.
And say to Kate that our old friend Roscoe Bino is out in the audience, and he says,
Roscoe!
And I quote, "Awesome, Kate. You should post those lyrics. One of your best, without a doubt." Smiley face.
Aww.
Yeah.
I miss him.
Yeah,
Oh,
we miss
thank
you, Roscoe.
Yeah.
Glad you're out there watching at the very least. Hope you're doing well, man.
I see posts from him every now and again that he's playing somewhere. I'm like, good.
Oh,
I'm just glad to see it.
Down.
Like, his shit's too good to not be played. So
indeed.
I'm always happy when I see the ones who write the good ones are out playing them for people, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And not on that subject at all, but here's my other song. I'm poison in so many ways. Don't get too close. You'll be off balance for days, and still better off than most. No matter what you've heard, that's probably true. I'm giving this one last warning to you. Though I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm poison to all living things. If you didn't know, it walks or swims, it does something with wings. It's sure to go. No matter what you've heard, that's probably true. I'm giving this one last warning to you. Though I'm not here to tell you what to do. You'd better not think you'll be the one to make it go away. As if you're the first to have that idea. they're all disillusioned and gray. I'm poison and that's how it is. You can't change my mind. Just look at all the destruction I caused. It's not hard to find. No matter what you've heard, that's probably true. I'm giving this one last warning to you. Oh, I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm poison in so many ways.
Damn.
Dang, it's good.
Very nice.
Thanks for calling that one, Kate. I appreciate it.
Right on. Mr. Chris Eric, the right-hand man for tonight. Thank you, Chris.
But I'm left-handed. I'm left.
Ruining it. Ruining it.
That's what I
Chris,
do, man.
I don't know if anybody's brought it up. It was bugging me the whole time, but like you had already started and it sounded pretty good, so but your guitar was on backwards. I was gonna drop it in the chat. I didn't want to
I was hoping they wouldn't notice.
Yeah, sorry, man. Sorry.
You
It's
could have
okay.
left that part out.
Hey, but that would be sinister of you.
Ooh.
Oh.
That was
Because-
good.
oh,
That
sinister
was good.
Oblique reference. Holy
from the
moly.
left.
From the wait, what just happened?
Sinister means from the left or like left-handedly, which
Yep.
Ooh,
yeah. So like that's
word
why,
fun. No, big
Yeah.
fan of word fun. That's
why
good.
everybody hates leftists because we're so sinister.
Ah.
Ooh, healthcare. Ooh,
Ooh, we want children to have food.
Yeah,
Booga, booga,
oh,
booga, booga.
housing
Booga, booga,
that
booga, booga.
people can live in. No.
Oh, goodness.
Goodness
Speaking
gracious.
of housing, Matt Holson is housed.
And tuning as we speak.
Yeah, I just realized my tuner went on the blink, and in the process, I left it badly out of tune.
Oh.
Tuners
Now I got to use my ears to tune with, and that's like
I
an
don't understand.
unfamiliar task.
Yes.
So, hold on a second. I think it's about right. I'll have to do. Oh, thank you. Kosi just brought me her snark.
Oh.
Tuner, that is.
Oh, I was about to say, like, did she call you a bitch or something?
Why can't you fucking tune your guitar?
You piece of garbage.
Goodness.
You know what? You're
And she
right.
won't even come
Words
say
are
hello.
fun.
Hey, Kosi, they want you to come say hello.
Hey, Kosi, come laugh for us at least. I mean, make my day.
Point.
You gotta be
Make
in the
my
picture.
day.
Oh, okay. She's in her bathrobe.
Oh.
It's like give a thumbs up. A nice.
Well, we heard her
Hey.
say she's not dressed.
There it
I
is.
see a hand.
Hey.
Hey, she can't hear us. It's just like always.
Just hold on.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just like always.
You can?
Hold on. Hold on.
Oh,
Hold on.
that's right. I got
Hold
the
on.
speakers on
And-
low. Yeah.
And there it is. Hi, Kosi.
Bye.
Gozy!
We miss
Hi.
you.
Hey, Kosi.
Hi. Hi.
Oh boy.
Y'all talk amongst each other while I tune.
Hi.
So I think that John Cryer actually did a really good job as Lex Luthor.
He
in
was
the
good.
CW
I had no problem with him.
It was very jarring to see that cue ball head of his run around, but he was hamming it up so much and it fit right in.
I just see him and I'm like, no, it's Ducky from Pretty in
For
Pink,
real.
and I
No,
just I can't. No,
Or his
he's nothing
character
else.
from Superman 4.
He's nothing
Did you
else.
ever see him in when he reprised Ducky
Inquiring
in Mr.
minds
Show?
wish to know, why is Jules upside down?
Because that's as close to reverse that I could get, because I'm supposed to be the reverse Flash. So this is the reverse of...
No, you have to play right-handed.
Yeah, if you flipped your camera the other way, there you go.
I don't know if that works.
Okay.
Hold on, I'll try to mirror it. talk amongst yourselves.
See, it's a plot by the Chinese to leave us unable to tune our guitars without their machines.
That's what the chip shortage is all about. It's about not wanting us to tune.
I hear it's Q that did it. I hear Q and JFK Jr. did it.
Like from the next generation?
Yep. John Delancey, the actor. Look at
These
that
cultural references are escaping me.
Don't feel bad. It's
We heard the
certain
laugh.
age below.
We heard it.
Yeah, below.
There she is.
That's her girl.
That's cozy.
You have her sampled because it just kept coming in at just the right time.
No, I have not sampled.
Yeah, between that and only seeing her hand, we need proof of life.
Yeah.
Well, they want you to like pass a Turing test, I think.
I didn't study.
Yeah. These are the pictures with stop signs in them. Just show us what pictures.
How many are ladybugs? How many are ladybugs?
No, stop it. Play a song.
Okay, Kosi's going. She's saying, "Stop it, play a song."
I'm surprised they haven't done one of those, but with replicants in it.
Replicants?
Yeah,
Maybe
like from
comedy's
Blade Runner.
Extra.
Never mind.
These cultural references are escaping me.
Yeah, these 40-year-old references.
Yes, exactly.
If it has to do with television, I missed
I mean,
it.
Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep is decades older than that.
Oh,
So-
I did read that.
Yeah.
That's
But
that's
I
what
never
Blade
saw
Runner
Blade
is.
Runner.
That's
You're
what
good.
it's based on.
See the
You're-
second one. It's
No,
better.
don't do that. See
Yeah,
the
it's
first
better.
one.
No, the
Don't
second one's
trouble yourself with the second one. So, what were you going to play for us tonight, Mr. Holson?
Oh, well, I've learned another Dave Frischberg song, so this will be my first time actually playing it straight through with hopefully no mistakes. It's you may know it. It's Swan Song. This is my swan song. It's a weary and wan song. The final cry of a dry imagination. It's the terminal croak of a broken concentration. It's the end of the line, my ultimate destination. My been here and gone song. My swan song. This is my last song. My flag at half-mast song. It's the work of a brain with a circuit of blown-out fuses. While I'm trying in vain to invoke my used-up muses. It's all that remains of my dried-up creative juices. My call forest lawn song. My swan song. I'm trying to play a different song here. Once I popped them out like waffles, the good ones and the awfuls, a new one every day. But now I find I'm uninspired, my wig's no longer wired, I've nothing more to say. But I'll say it anyway. here's my new song, my long overdue song. It's the last tick-tock of a clock that's finally run down. It's the weak tweet of a parakeet at sundown. It's the last flip-flop of a wobbling top that's spun down. My dreary and drawn song. It's a weary and wan song. My been here and gone song. My swan song.
Nice.
I think you did just fine.
Yeah, I missed a couple chords, but it's the first time I've actually played it live, so.
Very cool, though.
Totally.
Yeah, I want to learn that one. I'm also learning I'm Hip.
Yeah.
And I'm going to learn Do You Miss New York, which is a wonderful tune. But one at a time.
Is it the same I'm Hip that Torme did with George Shearing back in the day?
I don't know. I'm hip. I'm no square.
That's the one.
I'm a late. Yeah. Okay. I didn't know Torme did that. Oh,
yeah. He did a great version of it. I'll find it for you.
Oh, yeah.
So much fun.
Look that up.
I want to say it's on one of the Concord records that he did with Shearing in the 80s. We were just playing those for my 10-year-old. He's into older music. And I'm like, what do you think of this one? He's like, I like it. So, yeah.
Oh, George Shearing and Mel Torme. Wow.
Those records are astounding. They were like a late career renaissance for the both of them. Mm-hmm. And they are.
Yeah, that was like he was only on his fifth wife at that point.
Yeah, exactly. they are both having the time of their lives. The live stuff is so much fun, and the musicianship is just off the charts. It's really, but people at that level, and it's still completely accessible. You don't get that. You don't get that a whole lot. But yeah, I'll find it for you. I think they did. I want to say they did 8 or 9 records together for Concord, and they're all worth hearing at the very least.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm a huge fan of that era of him. I love when there is a second or 12th act in the American life for Mel. Shearing wasn't American, but still, he was English.
My favorite story about Shearing, there was a guy who's now known as too long a story. I'll get it another time.
I feel like the story might just be for me if it's a Shearing story.
Right. I do remember, though, he did a live version of On a Clear Day.
Yeah.
Just him and a bass player. And he said, this is our little improvisation on a song you all know. It's called On a Clear Day. Well, I got to do it with the accent. It's called On a Clear Day. Yeah. I still can't see a damn thing.
Shearing was blind, for those of you who don't know.
Yeah, for those who don't know.
Yeah. And they did do a version on one of the Concord things. It's live, where Shearing's doing all this different stuff, and then he does Lullaby of Birdland. For people who know the song but don't know who wrote it, he wrote it, and then he sang it, which was fine. And then he's like, Mel, why don't you sing this one? And then, of course, Torme went into the stratosphere with it. Wow. Those sides are so good. I just started listening to them again recently.
I love that tune, and I love Torme, so
you don't need anything. There's like 2 or 3 live records you need from like the 60s and 70s, but otherwise it's like you need the stuff with the Dectet in the 50s with Torme, and then the 80s on Concord. That's my take anyway, because he tried to make pop records in the 60s, and they're fun, but they're not good. But
I really liked it when he would guest on Night Court.
Yeah, that was before I really knew him as a singer. Those were really silly because he didn't believe it was. There was a whole thing where the judge was obsessed with Torme, and at some point they got him on the show, and like in the show they were going to let him meet him, and I think he sneezed on him one time, and another time he didn't believe it was him. Like it was
right.
Yeah. That was a good show, and John Larroquette won every Emmy ever for it. You just happen to be picking things that I know things about.
He was so good in that show, they made him be a lawyer again on Boston Legal season 4.
Oh.
Didn't he play a criminal really effectively on something else too?
maybe in the Boston verse, maybe
He'll
another one of
always
David
be
E. Kelley's.
Maltz to me.
He'll always be
Maltz.
Maltz, the
Maltz, the Klingon in Star Trek 4, Searcher Spock.
He was.
Oh, with Luke Skywalker.
No.
That's episode 4, right? With Alec Guinness.
Okay.
No, that's when the monkey throws the big throws the leg bone at the big like rectangular
Oh,
thing
right,
that's
and then
standing
the
up.
train is coming at the screen.
And now,
Okay,
ladies
sure.
and gentlemen, Matt Olson.
Oh no! While you guys are talking,
that
I
enough
was
time to
reviewing
tune?
my next song.
Yeah,
I'm going
exactly.
to do the other. I'm going to do "I'm Hip" since we were talking about it.
Are you really?
Yeah.
That song's so much fun.
It's not entirely ready, but I'll manage.
I
Let me get the lyric
have
up,
faith
though.
in you. And again, does anyone else here know that song? Just out of curiosity.
You might have heard John Pfeiffer sing it.
Yeah, but John's not here. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I mean,
Half
he
of
sang it
Dijon
on
knows
this
it.
open mic a few weeks ago.
It's a real good one.
Yeah.
It's so much fun. I'm a hoot.
And this is the only Frischberg song that I'm aware of that was a collaboration.
Yeah.
This was him and Bob Doro. And I'm sure Frischberg wrote the lyrics, and then either he and Doro or Doro wrote the tune. Yes. I'm hip. I'm no square. I'm alert. I'm awake. I'm aware. I'm on, always on the scene. Making the rounds, digging the sounds. I read Downbeat magazine. I'm so hip. Like Dig, I'm in step. When it was hip to be hep, I was hep. I don't blow, but I'm a fan. Look at me go, rodeo-do. I even call my girlfriend, man, I'm so hip. Every Saturday night, with my suit buttoned tight and my suede's on, I'm getting my kicks, digging hearty French flicks with my shades on. Cause I'm too much, I'm a gas. I am anything but middle class when I hang out with the band. Popping my thumbs, digging the drums. Squares don't seem to understand how I flip. They're not hip like I'm hip. I'm hip, I'm alive. I enjoy any joint where there's jive. I am always on my wrong word, so I'm on top of every trend. Look at me sing, ring-a-ding-ding. Sammy Davis knows my friend. I'm so hip. I'm hip, but not weird. Like you notice, I don't wear a beard. Beards were in, but now they're out. They had their day, now they're passé. Just ask me if you're in doubt, 'cause I'm hip. Now I'm deep into Zen, meditation and macrobiotics. And as soon as I can, I intend to get into narcotics. 'Cause I'm too much, I'm a gas. I am anything but, I already sang that one. 'Cause I'm cool as a cute. I'm a cat, I'm a card, I'm a kook. I get so much out of life. Really I do, shooby-doo-boo. One more time, play Mac the Knife, let her rip. I might flip, but I'm hip. I'm hip. I'm hip.
That was fun. And yeah,
I got to go over that bridge.
I remember the
Those chords are
beard
not
part.
quite right. Yeah.
As soon as you got to it, I was like, you'll notice I don't wear a beard.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, I used to sing religious songs in church too. You know,
Yeah.
those weren't any.
I sent you.
Well, this is when I was a professional chorister. You know.
There you go. In the chat, I sent you the Torme Shearing version. It's from a
Oh,
album
cool.
called An Evening at Charlie's. I want to say it's like 82,
I see it, thanks.
83. It's that whole record is just a boatload of fun. If you're that you've got. If you haven't heard the Concord stuff, but you like the two of them as much as it sounds like, you're in for a treat.
Yeah.
But we have most assuredly lost the entire room except for Debbie. I did. Oh, the last time I saw you, Rowan, after the whole Judas Priest talk, I went back. It's like, I haven't listened to Priest in a while, and I went back and I spent like a solid afternoon just listening to different Judas Priest. Like, I remember this. I was Matt, and we were talking before. Who was it who covered it? My brain is mush. Somebody covered a Judas Priest song and not an easy, quiet one. So we were talking Priest for a while.
It was
McGuire.
Yes, McGuire.
Yeah. And she had just seen them, and we're talking about it. Rowan's like, "Yeah, you know a lot about this." I'm like, "I was kind of a metal kid." It's a thing. It was a lot of fun though, and I love Rob Halford, but that's it.
Yeah. So someday you're gonna have to do like a Mel Torme Judas Priest cover band.
I'd pay to see them, but I don't think I'd participate in it. So I think we've done a pretty good job of running the clock down. I do believe, am I reading this correctly? Is Mr. Thawne up next?
Yes, that is correct.
So
I was a little confused because I thought it was supposed to be Grand Admiral Thrawn. But
nope,
I'm
not
mistaken.
Thrawn.
I'm mistaken.
I do appreciate the reference. Did they make him canon?
Yes.
Yes. In The Mandalorian.
They did.
And he's from Timothy
Zahn.
Oh, Zahn.
Oh, the author. I was like, Timothy Oliphant?
Zahn. I
He
couldn't.
was Cobb Vanth. Sir.
Oliphant. No.
These cultural references escape me.
Now I'm afraid Matt's just like a.
Yeah.
I gotta sample that.
Matt, you and I had a moment there. We were talking about things. Everybody else was lost. It was fun.
Lost.
Oh, I guess so. Yeah.
Love that show.
Still haven't seen it. Are you
good.
hanging from the rafters the entire time?
That's me. I'm Batman.
Oh man.
References.
No, he doesn't make me laugh right now just cause, Conroy.
Now it looks like I'm hanging upside down.
It does. It does indeed. And do you know Gallagher died on the same day?
That's fine.
Oh shit!
I did
my
not.
God!
I just found out right now, and this is my live reaction. That's fine.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. Paul F. Tompkins played him in the Weird Al movie.
Oh, that must be cool.
Spoilers.
Yeah. And Yorma from The Lonely Island, like the weird one who makes a lot of faces, who isn't
Kill
Andy
you.
Samberg.
Stop it. Stop.
He
Stop
plays
it.
Pee Wee
Quit.
Herman, and it's really
Quit.
good.
Play whatever. Are you going to play something good of yours, or because I mentioned it, are you going to insist on playing something by a different
No, I'd already
person?
made up my mind. I have like 4 shows this week, so I'm going to play my original stuff there.
But not here?
Guess.
I don't have to guess. Ladies and
You
gentlemen.
can, though.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jules Bland.
Yeah, someone's not muted. Because I didn't just clear my throat. Alright. You can share the screen, though. I like that. gravity is working against me. And gravity, well, it wants to bring me down, but I'm upside down and on the ceiling. Can't get me, gravity. Oh, you never know what makes this man, with all the love that his heart can stand, dream of ways to throw it all away. And gravity is working against me now. Ooh, gravity, but it wants to bring me down. Oh, twice as much ain't twice as good, and can't sustain like one half could. Oh, it's wanting more, gonna send me to my knees. Whoa. Oh, twice as much ain't twice as good, and it can't sustain like one half could. Oh, it's wanting more, it's gonna send me to my knees. Oh, gravity, stay the hell away from me. Yeah. And gravity, yeah, oh, it's taking better men than me. Oh, how can that be? Just keep me where the light is. Just keep me where the light is. Keep me where the light is. Come on, keep me warm where the light is. Oh.
Yes, that was beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. Don't ask who it was by. You'll just make Chris sad.
So what's your second song tonight, you board?
It's that, but in reverse. Eat rag. I don't know. I can't do that on the fly. Just think of a word.
Mitzelplick?
Mixes Pitalik is actually how it's pronounced. Yes.
Beetlejuice.
Okay, Unbroken. So he's going to show up. So Michael Keaton's going to come, and then we got ourselves a Batman.
There you do. So does Batwoman ever come out? Batgirl ever come out?
No, it's never coming out. Well, like, you know, some brave renegade will just release it on, like, you know, whatever the current equivalent of Pirate Bay is.
Yeah.
They'll
WikiLeaks it.
Right. Or you know, one day some algorithm will tell them that it will make money, so then they'll release it. That's really it.
I think they're getting some kind of tax break.
Yeah, I think that algorithm's name is James Gunn.
Ooh,
yeah,
nice.
If I'm James Gunn, I'm like, release the Batgirl. Yeah.
So what's your next song for us, Jules?
A song I've never played before. Does that sound like a guitar?
Like an accordion.
Cool. Weird Al. It's a callback. Okay. There's a dark room at the heart of the city. The bass beat brings a heavy crowd. And I know there's a right way, but I can't stop from getting down. These people are mad, will they grow up? Why can't I do the same? Why can't I be okay with the style and the grace of a small town? Is there any truth to the recipe? I've been mixing thrills in the right key. I don't feel right in my skin. I don't feel anything at all. I leave emotion at the door like a desperate boy, last call. I don't feel right in my skin. I don't feel anything at all. There's a bad place in the back of the room. No one moves without a cue, 'cause they know there's a right way. Yeah, all they know is getting down. These people are mad, and so am I. I caught on in the nick of time before the lights turn on. I'll blend into the crowd. Oh, don't come with me tonight. If I said I cared for you, I lied. Is there any truth to the recipe? I've been mixing thrills in the right key. I don't feel right in my skin. I don't feel anything at all. I leave emotion at the door like a desperate boy, last call. But I don't feel right in my skin. I don't feel. come with me tonight? If I said I care for you, I lie. You waste no time tonight. Take me home if it costs your life. Is there any truth to the recipe? I've been mixing thrills in the right key. I don't feel right in my skin. I don't feel anything at all. I leave emotion at the door like a desperate boy last call. But I don't feel right in my skin. I don't feel. That wasn't terrible. Cool.
Jules
That
Bland,
song's
y'all.
called Anhedonia from the album Anhedonia by the band The Graduate, which doesn't exist anymore and makes me sad. It makes me sad.
Right out. Oh, before you go, Jules, tell us about your open mic, please.
It's not happening for the rest of the month, but there is going to be next month. You asked for this, and it's all while I'm upside down. It's fun, and my piano's still on.
Hang in there, people.
Anyway, so it's not happening for the rest of the month, but starting in December and until I say otherwise, El Golfo every Thursday night at 6:30. There's an open mic. Starts at 6:30. Show up at 6:30 or before 6:30 or after 6:30. You will be there. And then same time, but on Tuesdays, starting in December, across the parking lot at El Gavilan. I have an open mic that's starting. And then there's one in Virginia somewhere, but that's fine. We're going to talk about that later. But that'll be Wednesday. So the middle of my week will be open mic heavy. But so the 22nd
You're the
of
open
this
mic
month,
guy now?
I am. Just like in a day. Like Tuesday, I got a call, and then it was like, hey, here's 2 more open mics. This is what you do now, right?
Say yes. Yeah,
yes.
say yes.
And the 22nd, we are doing a test run of the El Gavilan open mic. So come on down, get some tequila, get some tacos, and some tunes.
And that's Silver Spring, Maryland.
Silver Spring, Maryland.
Flower Avenue.
20910, baby. Yes. So and I have shows this week. It doesn't matter. There's kind of built-in audiences, so I don't know.
That's like my thing. I have a show. Don't come.
I mean, come, but you won't. Like, you know, I
hey, you're not coming to mine on Friday, are you?
You don't know that.
Yeah, I do.
What time is it?
Right now, it's 9:24.
Oh, I'm busy. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Anyway, I guess go and get God of War Ragnarok. It's on PS4. It's really good. They expanded on the first one, I think.
I don't play video games, but I appreciate
hope we get to kill
thought.
Odin. I'm not there yet, but I really want to kill him. Yeah.
So, I think we have our final performer of the evening is up next. Isn't that right,
it's
Rowan?
Odin. Oh, darn.
That is correct. It is Lacey Loki Anthony.
Can you hear me?
The girl of mischief.
Yes, that is accurate.
Hey, Jerk, green hair. How are you?
Hey, I like Loki. It's complicated.
How are you?
I am here, and I don't enjoy the month of November. But here I am. And my friend is here, but she is not visible. She's in front of me.
Even after EJD says go Lacey?
Yay. So I was gonna play my ukulele, but I'm not because my hands are cold and sweaty. But I've been working on some lyrics that are not very well fleshed out, but they are lyrics, and there is a melody that is similarly not very well fleshed out, but that's what this is for, right? It's an open mic to just put shit out there, and maybe it becomes something else and better later.
Hang out upside down, anything can happen.
Yeah. Also, singing from in the hammock is weird. It's like it's hard
I was
to
gonna
find
ask,
the right
how is that?
position
Does it throw
to
your,
sit. Huh?
Does it throw your lower body off, like when you're trying, or does it make it better?
It's just, it's reminding me that I need to do more core work to have the like core stability while I'm like kind of in the hammock. Also, I just made a bunch of really annoying noise that I'm glad my neighbors all like me, because I was stretching my vocal cords in preparation of this. Woo! That's one of them. But over and over and over again. It's my favorite one.
While running back and forth, right?
I'm not Britney Spears. Like, can't do that much moving. All right. Well, this I've been working on for a few weeks, few months, maybe. I don't know. Called We Could Have Been Happy. It's not happy. It's not a happy song. Okay. We could have been happy. We could have been free. We could have been everything you wanted to be. We could have been happy if you had believed in more than just lovers star-crossed out to sea. We could have been happy if you'd kept sight of me. It could have been something I wish you could see. We could have been happy if you just believed there's something above her you just have to reach. We could have been happy if you'd set yourself free. You could have had everything you wanted in me. We could have been happy that you have perceived there was something in nothing that was misconceived. You could have been happy, but you were deceived to think that love is no choice but to need. You could have been happy if you'd held fast to me instead of holding that hurt willfully. We could have been happy if you chose to be. To know love is to choose not to need. I hope you'll be happy. I hope you believe. All I wanted was for you to be. I hope you'll be happy. I hope you believe. I never needed but wanted you with me. There's my sad song.
Totally unrelatable. I wasn't like, how did she know all of feels invasive?
How does she know? There's a new Enchanted movie coming out.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. Oh my God. Looks like fun, yeah.
I'm really excited. I watched the trailer earlier.
What do you know when it comes out? Is it coming out this week?
I think so. I think it's
Pretty
being released on
Disney Plus.
Disney Plus.
The Plus.
The mouse. Rowan, hey Rowan, when is it coming out?
You know what? I don't know. As a matter of fact, here's how much I don't know. So the place I work is partially, one side is owned by Disney, the other side is not. And they had a screening of Black Panther, and I didn't get an invite because I don't work for that side. It's very sad. Very sad.
Racist.
I don't know. That's just sad. That sounds like an excuse. That's all I'm saying. Okay. All right.
Well, for follow-up, because I hate myself, I've decided that I love Patsy Cline. And actually, the little girls that I watch, I have a playlist that the stuff keeps getting into called the Tiny Girl Overlords. And the children, I've gotten them progressively into like Motown and funk, and also just like sad bitch music. But like over like a breadth of like they like Regina Spektor. I have to be careful because I have to like remember some of the lyrics in certain songs. They like Noah Cyrus and they like Patsy Cline. There's lots of Dolly Parton. They love Jolene. We sometimes we just like play it loud and I'll sing together. The 4-year-old, when I pick her up from preschool every day, she's like, Lazy, can we listen to that song that you sing? But now she sings it too, and it's July by Noah Cyrus, and it's a really, really sad song, and I feel bad that that's like the song that I've turned into her favorite. But every day, she just like belts it with her little baby heart. in her car seat. And I need to get a second phone in my car just so I can record her. So good. But other than that, I hate listening to children sing. I'm just going to put that out there. I love children. I don't need to listen to their untrained vocals. Just please don't.
So what is song number 2, Child Hater?
Crazy.
Like
it's a
like
good
Gnarls
one.
Barkley crazy, or
Good old Patsy. All right, let's see. This one's hard to jump into. It's like double Dutch, but you gotta like get your voice down. Brooks might join me. Can't promise. Crazy, crazy for feeling so low. Hey, I'm crazy, crazy for feeling so blue. 'Cause I knew you love me as long as you wanted, and that someday you leave me for somebody new. Hey, worry, why do I let myself worry? Wondering what in the world did I do? I'm crazy for thinking that my love could hold you. I'm crazy for trying and crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving you. Crazy for thinking that my love could hold you. I'm crazy for trying and crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving you. There we go.
So sweet.
Lacey Anthony, y'all. I like the symmetry there. Like, you did an acoustic set at the end, and I did an acoustic or acapella set, and I did an acapella set at the beginning. That was kind of
Alpha.
We didn't plan it.
Yeah, just these things just happen sometimes.
Ragnarok is coming.
Not everybody can do it, and you can't. So.
What a magical night.
It was a
Well,
great
thank you
night.
for including me.
Thank you for coming out. So I'm glad you were able to make it. Well, y'all,
Did
we've
we
done
do
it
it?
again. What's that? What were you gonna say, Chris?
I just said, did we do it?
We
And you're
did
like,
it.
We did it again.
We did it again. We've gotten to the end of another
Great.
VOM. And thank you for joining us. It's been a fun night. I'm very sleepy, though.
So sleepy.
So I'm going to reach out, and I'm going to grab you by the face. I'm going to squeeze.
Y'all by the face.
Face drop, stop.
Squeeze.
Grab.
I
You may
hope
just smear your face. Just
you have a
face
good
smear.
week, and
I
we will
have
see you
raspberries on my finger.
next Monday.
That's bomb.
Reach out and touch face.
Oh, and thank you, K-Said. Thank you.
Thank you
All right.
for doing
you.
the thing.
Have a good night, y'all.
Drive safe.
Hasta luego.